Hey all of you, welcome back once again. So in the last video we have completed the entire detail page. So if you haven't watched, a link in the I button on the description so you guys can follow that. In this video we're going to work on a create page. So here I'm into the create page.js and now we have to import a couple of things very quickly. So we're going to make an internal import and we have to import the, let's say it's coming from the dash loss that, and we have the create page, and from there we want to import the create 1, create 2 and create 3. So these three components we're importing from create page. Come down, we have to import the headers and all. So we header, and this one is coming from components, and we have to import the footer and the copyrights. So these are the global import we have. Now come here, we have to assign a class template color -1 and we'll say nft body connect. So that's the thing we have to do. Hope everything is making sense. Now simply remove this one, and inside that we have to import all of the components. So we'll take this header, we'll take the create 1, and in that we have to send the prop title, because we're going to use this create 1 component as a reusable component. So we'll say create property, and then we have to come here and we have to take the footer, then we have to take the copyright, and things are looking fine. You can see if we come here in the create page, we have all of these things. You can see we have the collections, things are looking fine, and here we are on the footer section, navigation, and the created collection is looking also fine. So we have all of this. Come back here. Now what we can do is we have to import one more component. So we have to import the create 2, and if I save that one, you can see this is the entire the form we have, which will allow user to upload their data. So we have this. So if you can preview right now, nothing will happen because we have to attach the function. So you can see reload the browser, they can simply upload the images, they can go there and they can select the image. You can see everything is working fine. Here they can pass the name, URL, categories, all of the things. So things are looking good to me. Now what we can do is come back into the create 1. We have to receive the props, and here we have to display the dynamic data. So what I will do, I'll simply select this one and replace the title. That looks good. Here we are, and you can see that the title is changed, create property, and it looks pretty good. Close this one, and now we have to work on the create 2. In that we have to do a couple of imports. So these are looks fine. So come here, we have to do a couple of import as a use state, use effect from React. Now we have to import the ethers package, then we have to import the Axios package, and I think we haven't installed Axios, so let me import this one, Axios. So what we will do, come here, we'll go back to the package.json file, click on that, and you can see that right now we don't have like Axios, so we have to install that one. So open up your terminal, simply split your terminal, and here we have to install the Axios. So we'll type npm I Axios, and this will install the package, and here we have the Axios package. So simply delete this, bring this down and cut, and come back to the create 2. So here we have imported the package. Now come here, we have to do the internal import, and here we have to import the component. So the component we want to import is the 3.2. so this is the component we're going to import, and it's coming from the create page. So here we have this create 3, and that's what we're going to take it. Simply cut that one and simply pass here, and here we have to simply come, we'll take a use state context. So we have our context, then we have to take this import, and we have to check the image. So we'll say check image, no, and that's coming from the utils, but it's called check if image. So remove this one, we'll say check if image. So that's the function we have. So these are the internal imports we have. Now what we can do, come up here, we have to simply take the variable, because we have to allow user to provide and select the categories. So let's take the category, and it's going to be a type of, let's say, array. So we'll housing, we'll have the rental, make sure to give the capital one, then we have to take the farmhouse, then make sure to give office, then we have the country, commercial, and after that we'll have the country. So these are the categories we are providing. So you can see I'm getting this error message, this call create to. Okay, I know what is the problem I have in the code. So if I come back here, so if I go to the create page, still I'm getting this error. Okay, I do understand what is the wrong, because I try to import the component inside the same components. So it's actually 3, create 3, not 2. If you reload, you can see it will fix the bugs, and you can simply remove that and you can do import in this way, because it's coming from the same folder, same directory, and things are looking fine. You can see no error we have, every single thing is looking fine. And you can see right now we have this category, art, collection, music and sports, but we're going to display our categories. So these are the categories we're going to display. So what we can do is, we are done with this, come here, and here we have to build the functionality. So first we will build the entire functionality, then we're going to attach those functionality into the JSX. So come here, we have to take a use state variables, and this will call the is loading. So this will keep the track of the loading state, so we can display the loader. Initially it will be false, then we have to take another one, and this will call properties. So in this we'll keep the entire information about the properties, then we'll take the another one, and this will say file. Initially it will be null, we'll take another one, and this will call show image. Initially it will null. After that we'll take another one, and this one will call the file name, and by default we're going to type nothing. So these are the state variables we have taken. Now we can come up here, and now let's build the functionality. So we'll take a variable call. So now we have to import all the context functions, and it's coming from use context. So we have to import the address, contract, we need the connect, and we need the functions. So what I can do, come back here, click on this, go to the context, and this is the function we need, create property function. Click on that, save, and come up here and import that one, because this function will allow us to create the property in our marketplace. So that's the context we have. Come up here, we'll take another use state variable, and in this we'll keep the entire details about the properties. So it will call form, let's call it form. It's gonna be type of object, not an array, object. So we'll have to take the property name, title. So we have initially it will be empty, then we have to take the description of the property from the user. After that we have to take the category. After that we have to take the price, and then we have to take the image, and then we have to take the property address. So these are the data we are taking. Altogether we are taking 6 data. It's totally up to you that how many data you want to take. So right now we have this 6 data. Let's come down here, and we can take this const handle change field. Let's call it handle form change field changed. Okay, so this function will allow us to update our form data. So let's quickly build that one. So it will take the file name, and it will take the event. This function we have written so many times. Here we're going to take this set form, and we have to simply deconstruct the entire form data, the entire object, and then we have to simply pass the file name and the e.target.value, and this will update the data respectively. So this is the function for updating our entire form data. Now we'll come here, we have to create a function called handle submit. So this function will allow us to create the property, and it will be an async function. So we'll say we'll take this check if image exists. So first thing we have to check the image we have in the form or not. So we'll check for the image, and it will also take the callback function, and in that we have to check. So we'll say if image exists, then we can come here, we'll say set image is loading to true, and here we have to make the transaction. We'll say await create property function, and that we have to pass the data. So first we have to deconstruct the entire form data, and then after that we have to set the price, and the price we're going to set in the form of way, not in ether. So let's convert that price, ether.utils dot parse unit, and then we have to pass the form dot price, and we have to say 18 decimal points. So that looks pretty fine, and here we have to set this set loading to false. So that looks pretty good. Now else we have to alert this error message, provide valid image URL, and we'll also set our image to be the empty. So we'll take this, deconstruct that, and we'll set the image to be an empty string. So that's the entire handle submit function, which will allow us to create the property to our marketplace. So we're done with this. Close this one and come here. Now we're going to create the function for, let's say, image. Okay, so we'll say on image change. So this function will allow us to like take the image and to display in the front end. So just for displaying, so we'll say on change image, it's going to take the event, and in that we'll check if event dot target dot files and event dot target file 0. If that's true, both are true, then we have to simply set the image. So we'll say set file URL, and in that we can call this create object URL. So this is simple JavaScript we are writing. We'll pass the event, and in that we have to simply get the target, and we'll get the files and the index 0. So this will allow us to give us the image, and we'll set in the state variable so we can simply display in our front end. So that looks pretty good. Now we can come up here, and now we're going to write the function for uploading the image to the IPFS. Again, I'm building this functionality, I'm building the architecture, so later we're going to simply attach this one. Okay, so let's build this function very quickly. So we'll say this upload to IPFS. So here we have to write the function. So we'll say const handle upload. It's going to be an async function, and in that we have to check for a condition. So we'll say if file exists, means the image exists, then we have to run the command. So we'll take this try and catch, and first thing we have to take this variable called form data. We'll say new form data, and now we have the power of this form data, and now we can take as many data as we want, and we can simply send in the API. So we'll say form data, and in that we're going to append the file. So we'll give the name, so you can call whatever you want. I'm calling this file because when you will retrieve the data, this is the name you will get. So I'll call the file, and I will pass the file. So that's how you can append something in the request. And right now we'll go for the images, but if you want to add all the data, you can do that as well. So I'll take a variable called const, and it will call response, and here we have to make a post request to our URL. So we'll say await, we have to use the Axios, and here we have to define the method. So we want to use the post method, and this is the exact URL on which you have to call the post method. So I got this particular URL from the documentation of Pinata, so make sure to follow the exact URL. So this is how the URL would look like. So we have to say https, and we have to say api.pinata .cloud, and it will have this pinning. We'll say pin file to IPFS. So that's the entire URL on which you have to make the post request, and you can upload the image to the Pinata IPFS. That's pretty fine. So we have the URL. Now we have to send the data, and the data we have into this form data. After that we need the header. So we'll say header, and that we have to take our private key and secret key. So we'll pass in form of object. So it will say Pinata API key, and here you have to pass your own. I'll tell you how you can get that. Just for time being, keep it like it. And you have to get your Pinata secret key, API key. So that looks pretty fine. Here you have to get those two keys, and once you make the transaction successfully, I want to simply take a variable image, and here I can construct the URL. So once the image will deploy successfully, it will give us the hash of the image. So that's how we can access the hash of the image to render the image on our front end. So we can build the URL. So this is the exact URL you have to build. HTTP, we'll say /gateway.pinata.cloud/IPFS, and here we can get the data from the response. So we'll take this response, on that we'll say data, and we'll have this IPFS hash. So this hash is the unique hash for every single image we'll upload. So that's how we can access the image URL, and then we can simply let me console log out the entire response object. Looks fine. And here I can also log out the entire image URL, so you can able to see that what we are getting. So looks pretty fine. We can come here after we are successfully upload the image to the IPFS and set the variable. Now we can simply run this alert. I'll say successfully image upload, and here I can simply set this one to set file name to no image selected. So this one is optional, you can keep it, or I just simply want to update it. And at the end I want to simply make the set file null, and here we have to simply alert the message if anything goes wrong. So we'll say unable to upload image to Pinata, and that's the entire upload function we have. You can see that's the entire upload function. So everything's looking pretty good. If we find that we are missing something, we can definitely come back here. Now we can come here and let's write a function for retrieving the data. So we'll say get data. So we'll say getting data, and we can pass the event. We'll say const data. We'll say e.target dot file, and we have to take this. And once we have the file, then we have to take this const. We'll say render new window file render, and we have to call this one. So in this way we'll have the entire function on this, and now we can call the methods, which is we have is as array buffer, and then we have to pass the data. So that's will give us the data, and then we have to call this on loaded, and that's going to take a callback function, and then we have to simply set the image. So we'll say e.target.file is 0 and name. So that's looking fine. Now we have to simply e.prevent the default. Okay, that looks pretty good. So we have written all of this function. Hope this entire thing makes sense to all of you guys. So we have done all the hard work. All we have to do is to attach this function and make a call. So here we are. Now you can see that this is the name we have. Come back to the Pinata because we have to get our IPFS key. So come here, type Pinata and click on the very first link. Here you will come. Make sure to come and read about it, create your account. That's what you can do, because in the NFT market project we have, so in the NFT marketplace project we had used Infura, and some of you have complained me that you don't have credit card to create your account in Infura. That's why I'm telling you how you can use the Infura. Okay, click on login, and here you can simply log in. I will automatically log in into my Pinata account. You can see it's login, and here you will find the similar dashboard. So I already deploy a lot of images to Pinata IPFS, and that's all you can able to find, the hash and the URLs. Okay, hope this entire thing makes sense. You can see if I paste, this is how hash you will get when you will upload. This is the hash you will get in return, and that's what you're going to take it to display the image. Okay, right now obviously it's not going to display. I just want to show you the hash. So if you come here on this side, this is the section where you can find everything. So let's click on this API key. Right now I have generated this API key. So, and here you will have the gateway. Here you have the API key documentation. So if you want to know anything more about it, you can simply visit the documentation at any point of time. Come back to the API key. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the API key which I generated previously. I will generate a new one. So this is the one we have. I will simply click on this remove, and I will click on this new key. Click on that, and here you have to tick all the things. So make sure to tick this one, and in that you will make sure to tick all of this, check double. Okay, and click on this as well. So here you can set the limit. So how many images you want to allow user to upload to the IPFS. So maximum you can go 1000. So I will go with 1000. You can set the limit. So I'll go with 1000, and you can give the name to your API key. So I'll say real state, and click on create key, and this will create the key. So make sure to copy the key straight away, because once you close this pop-up you can't able to have the key. So make sure to copy this one, come back here in the project, open this one, and here you have to paste your key. paste here. Okay, bring it up. So let me arrange this properly. So this is the key we have, this is the secret key, that's what I have to paste here. Again, I'm getting this error message, bring it up, and that looks good. So we got our Pinata API key and secret key. So let's listen pretty good. Close this one, and let's come and let me tell you one more thing. So if I click on the files, here you will have option to upload the image straight away from this dashboard. You can do that as well. So click on this add file, and here you can deploy the entire folder or entire file, or you can add a CID. Click on the file and we can simply add that. So I will click on this and I can select the file and I will upload. And this is the one way to upload the image to the IPFS straight away. So here you can see this is the image I have uploaded. Simply copy the hash, click on this, and you can see this is the exact image we have uploaded. So it is taking a little bit time. Here we have the images, Pinata IPFS, and the entire hash, but we need the hash. So this is the hash we have, and let me show you how we can construct the image URL. So we can come back here and you can see here we are building the entire URL of the image. So we're going to simply grab this one and we can simply come and paste here. I'll take this hash and that's what I'm going to pass here, and if I hit enter, it's going to give me an error. Okay, it's giving me an error. I do understand what's happening. Okay, there is a problem. So what I will do, I'll simply come here in the code, and here is the problem we have. So remove this one and provide this, and now it will work fine. Simply save it, copy this one, come back to the browser, paste here, come here and get the hash, paste here and hit enter. You can see we access the image. So that's how we're going to construct the URL for the Pinata. Hope things are making sense, and that's what we have done here. So we got this, simply close this one, looking absolutely fine. Now what I will do, we're going to simply upload the data, update the entire data. So here we are. So this is the place where we are. Simply come here and let's test this out. So we'll come here, we'll take a input field, and in this input field I'm going to take a file. So type is going to be a file, and it will have a placeholder called upload, and it will have an onChange function, and on that onChange function we have to simply upload the data. So we're going to call this render getting data, and that we have to pass the event, and we have to also call this particular function on image change, and we have to pass that one. And here I can say upload. So here we'll have the image tag. So if we upload, we can display the image, we'll display the files, or we can display the demo image, show image, and it will have a all tag. You can display whatever you want, and here we can take a button, and in that we can attach the upload function. So we'll say we're going to simply call this particular function handle upload and call it, and we'll say upload. Looks good. Now we can come here. You can see this is the pop-up we have. Simply reload the browser. Things looks good, and now let's do the inspect element, but this will not work. This will throw an error. So if I click on this, because we have to do a little bit configuration, if I click on this and if I select the image, come here, what I will do, I'll simply open this, the blockchain coder, and I'm going to take the project image. So let's come here, click on this, let me download this image. Here I have the image. Come here, I will simply select the image from the desktop and simply try to upload. You can see I'm getting this error message, and I know why it's happening. Okay, I forgot to add the S. Come up here and pass the ads. This will fix the issue. Save it, reload the browser, and now what we can do, simply click on this, select the image, and nothing happened. I do understand why it's happening. So we are getting this error message. If you click on this upload, it's going to say unable to upload, and if you click on that, nothing will happen. So we have some issue, we need to figure it out. Okay, and as I told you that we have to optimize that one, so I'll do that later. Right, for a time being, just keep it like it and focus on the URL based property creation, but at the end I'll tell you that how you can upload that. So just comment this for a while. Let's focus one thing at a time. So let's take this all data. So we can come here, we have all of this input field. So what we'll do, we'll simply scroll down, and here we have, first thing we have to rename this one. This will be the property title, and this will be the, here we're going to attach the function. We'll say placeholder is going to be, let's say, property title, and we have to attach this function on change, and on the change we're going to call this particular function we have created handle field change, and we have to pass the property title, name, and the event. So that's how we can update. Simply grab this one, come here, and here we have to change the image, and we have to simply pass that one. This will be the, let's say, images. Simply grab that one, and that's what we have to pass. So here we have the category. So simply do one thing, minimize this one, li. This is all the category we have. Simply select all of these and comment this one. Come here, we have to take a dynamic block, and we have created this category. We're going to loop over it, element I, and make it instant return. Simply cut this, I paste here, and here we can simply pass the element. We can come here, we have to assign a key, otherwise React will complain. So we have this one, and the data attribute is also there. We can simply take this data value, like we'll attach a on change on click function, and on the base of click we have to simply update the data. We'll take this set form, we have to deconstruct that, and we have to simply take the category. So we'll have the category, and we have to simply update that. So we are updating the category, and here we have that one. So here we have to simply do one thing, we'll change this to housing by default, and we'll simply remove this. I don't need this one, and remove this portion as well. So that looks good. Remove this one as well, and fine. Now you can click on this category, and you will have this all the category: housing, rental, farmhouse, house, office, commercial, country. So you can select any category you want. Look fine, and that way we can easily able to have the data. Now let's work on the description. So this is one copy, and that's what we have to attach here. So simply come up here and paste here, change this to description. Looks fine. Come up here, and this will call the, let's say, price, and here we have to attach that as well. So we have to add the paste it. So we'll have the placeholder, it's going to be a price, and on change price. So looks fine. This will be the not text, number, and fine. And here we have to attach the address. So we'll say property address. We'll come up here, we can simply paste here, and we'll type the property address. Looks good. So it looks pretty good. Now what we can do, come here, if you want to do the experiment with that you can do, but I would just keep it like it. And here we have this preview, and here we have the create. So what I will do is, this is the create preview section we have, and this is the anchor. So I'll simply remove that one, and I will add an on click function, and the function we have already with us. So handle submit, and this will create our property. So it looks pretty good. We have no issues in that. And what we have to do is come here, and we have this components create 3. Come here, scroll all the way down and paste here. This is the component we're going to call. We're going to simply pass the data, the entire form data, and we have to simply take this block, close this one, and come here and open this one. So this will fix the issue. So it looks pretty good. Now we can come back to the create 3, take this prop and type it form, and looks good. And what we can do, come here, it's in the data, sorry, not form. So we have data, we can simply come here, remove this portion, and now we can simply render the image. So what we can do, we'll simply remove this one, and we have the image in data dot image. So we have the image, and now we have to display the title and the price. So you can display data dot property title, and we can display the price. So I'll go with the price only. You can give the coin a currency name as well. So that's the one we have. Everything is looking fine. Now what we can do is come here, and I want to check that whether we are getting all the data or not. So let's console log out this. We'll say form, and I want to simply comment all of this, so we can check. So things are looking pretty good. Now let's inspect element, do the console, and reload the browser before we make the call. Things are pretty good. Just wait, it's coming. Here we are. Now we have to simply select the data. So we have to pass the property name, so database, and let's come here, go to the Pinata. So that's one I have. So I'll come here, I'll come back to this, and I will take the URL. So here we have the URL for the Pinata. Simply grab this URL, copy that one, and paste here. Get the hash of the image. This is the one I want. Okay, I don't want this. So what I can do is, instead of taking this, I need to add a perfect ratio image. So this one is 16:9, but I need 500 to 500. So this is the one which I'm going to take. So I will come here. Let's try to upload a different image with the proper dimension. So if I come back to the documents, so this is the logo we have, the blockchain coder uploaded, and it says that we have already have uploaded this particular file. So let me find that one. This is the one we have. Copy one and paste here. No, this not. We can come back here. Let's check another one. So I think this is the one I have. I can't remember the name which I gave into this particular file, but come here, copy that one and try to paste here. Hit enter. No, not this file. So what I can do, come back here and let's go to the next page. Okay, this one is the file. Copy that one and simply paste here. So this is the logo of the blockchain coder, and that's the one we're going to simply take it. Come here, paste here. We have to select the name, so I'll select this Lake Town. Lake Town, what name we do give? Lake Town, and let's call housing flat. Let's select the category to housing and let's write the description. So we can come back to the blockchain coder, and from here I'm going to take the dummy text. And by the way, you can get the final code here, so you can come and take anytime you want. Copy this one. Actually, I'm going to copy this portion. Copy this portion. Okay, short, not that big, and paste here. And here you have to provide the price. So we'll save 12. And here you have to give the address. So come here and I'll take this code, copy that one and paste here. Click on this preview. You can see how the preview would look like. So we have the title, image, and the price. Looks pretty good. Beautiful. Close this one. Now working fine. Now we can click on this create, and you can see we are getting all of this data in our state variable. Now what we have to do is simply pass this data into our function, and it will create the property, because we have already done all the hard work. So what I will do, I will simply uncomment this one, comment this particular one, and now we can create the properties. So what I will do, I'll simply click on this create, and it's going to open the MetaMask. So here we have the MetaMask. You can see it's making 2 transactions. So we are in the production, that's why it's doing all. Simply reload the browser. Now click on this without reloading, and you can see still we are making 2 transactions, and make sure to cancel the second transaction. And this looks pretty fine. The transaction is happening. You can see the transaction is happening, and finally the transaction is completed. And here we got the receipt. In that you will have the entire data, all of the data you will have. So you can check the events, logs, all of the things you have. Close this one. Now come back to the home page. So reload the browser. After that, come back to the home page, because we have created our property, and you will find here. So you can see, just wait, the property is coming, and here we have, this is the one we have created just now. You can see it's looking absolutely perfect, and it has a perfect dimension size for the images. So we're going to update all the images of other properties. Don't need to worry about that. So it looks fine. Okay, looks pretty good. Click on that, and here you will find the property ID, and you can able to see that every single data is coming here, and we can easily able to find it. You can see it's beautiful. We have the name, we have the title, we have the housing, collections, and these are the tabs we have. This is the entire information about the property, all of the things we have here. Housing category, Matty, everything's looking pretty good. And we have this one. If we can add comments, so simply copy this and paste here and create a comment. So here we have to make the transaction. Looks quick, confirm that one. And transaction is happening. Just a moment, it will complete very quickly. Okay, this time it's taking a little bit time. Okay, finally the transaction completed, and click on this, reload the browser, and boom, here we have the comment we have created. So just wait, the data is coming, and we have simply toggle it. This is the one comment we have, and you can see the one review we have created. So pretty good. So come back here, let me uncomment, remove this one, and we have this image take image function, and here we are. So here we have done some mistakes. So what I will do, I'll simply come up here. So let me do one thing. Let me what I can do, I can simply come up here. So here you can see that we have all of this thing. So we have all of these things. Now these are the state variable we have taken. This is the one we have taken, and this is the handle function, and this is the handle submit. And I noticed that we have written this take image function twice, and this is the upload to IPFS. Okay, all of the things are good. The only thing you have to write is this portion, okay, content type, because I forgot to add this content type here. So maybe it was throwing me the error. So make sure the rest would be fine. Make sure to add the content type, and everything is looking fine. So here what we are doing, we are simply setting the image to the form image. So you can see we are deconstructing that, then we are setting the URL here. So that's what we are doing here. Then these are the simple thing which we have done already, and we have all of this, and this is the function I written twice. So I will simply remove this one. We don't need this. And now we can test this out. So that's what we have here. And here what I have done. So here what I have done is, like, we have add this to function in the input field. So I simply remove the getting data one. So remove this one, and we have only one function on change image. So if you save that one, and that should be fine. Reload the browser, and here you can see, if you click on this, choose file, reload the browser first, click on this choose file, and you can update the image. Simply click on the image, and here you can see the image is displayed, means our function is working. Now if you click on the upload, still we are getting this error message, and we are getting this error 400. So don't need to worry about that. For the time being, let's keep it like it. At the end I will go to fix that. Okay, I have to see what's the problem in that. So just keep it, comment this portion, and make sure to do all of these changes which we have done, and this entire changes are done in the final code. So make sure to get from there. So things are looking pretty good. So close this one, and here we are. Things are looking good. Now simply let's create one more property. So let's give the name. So this time we're going to call Daulat Hussain housing, and we'll select the image. So I'll come back to this is the hash of the image. So I'm going to take a different image. So I'll simply upload that image, and here I have this Daulat. Select this one, upload, and just wait. And here we have the image. Come back here and copy the hash of the image and simply replace that, and here you will have the image of the Daulat. Simply save it, come back here and paste the URL, select the category housing, description should be from here, copy that one and paste here. This is huge. Now you have to give the price, and you have to give the address. So I'll do one thing. I'll simply grab this piece of code, sorry, text, and paste here. Click on preview. So that's how preview would look like. Click on create, and it's going to create that one. So here we have the MetaMask. Try to make the transaction, click on confirm, and reject the second transaction. So reject this one. You can see the transaction is happening. Just a moment. We have this much Matty coin, and looks pretty good to me. And finally the transaction completed. Come back to the browser. If you reload that, come back to the home page, you will find that we have created this particular property. So this is the property we have created, Daulat. Looks pretty good. Click on that, you will find all the details about it. So that's pretty interesting. Hope you guys are enjoying this. You can see how everything is coming together, because we have done all the hard works. So we come back to the VS Code, and now we are done with this particular page. Close this one, close this one, close this one, close this one, and now I'll go to work on the update. So we're going to work on the update property. So that's the only thing I want to talk about in this video. Hope you guys have understood and learned. In the next video, we're going to work on the update property. So let's move to that.